Hi guys, welcome to Beauty Within. I just wanted to touch base with you guys and show you the next step on your face. So basically next step will be to contour. I've already created the base, the face and everything ready to do contour. I will do my brows after contour as well today, so I will show you a few hints and tips with brows as well. Now there are different products to contour. So we have cream products, we have powder products, we have cream base products, we have BB cream products, and there's plenty of different products. Just finding out what works for you. The only thing I would say is don't set if you're going to put cream contour on to your foundation. So my new go-to excuse me, my new go-to contouring is this Sculpting Trio. You can't get this anymore. I did get this when it was 80% off just because I loved it for years before. And the bronzing powder from Younique, you can still get this. This is absolutely amazing and works great on its own. Or you could add in the BB Flawless underneath instead of the Sculpting Trio, like I will be when my Sculpting Trio runs out. So yeah, so we're going to get into some contouring. Now obviously we have different types of brushes, so I'm going to use the contour brush. This is my favourite go-to brush. We also have, if I can just find it on here, a sculpting brush. This one is also great, but I really love this one at the minute. It's double-ended, but this bit here is great for doing down your nose. So I'm just going to show you. So when you contour, you want to contour the hollows inwards, things that you want to dip in. So normally you'd make like a fish face, and that is where you want to contour, and then bring down slightly here. And to cover your chin, you can do underneath your chin, down your nose. Can you see where the dark bits need to go? And depending on your forehead, depends on where you would contour and highlight on your forehead. If you check out my page at Beauty Within on Facebook, you will see an image that I've uploaded for different face shapes and contouring if you get stuck. So I'm going to start with this side of the brush, and I've literally pressed in and dabbed into the cream. If you were using the BB Flawless, you could literally just squeeze a little bit on. I wouldn't squeeze too much. And then literally you're going to come from here where you're just under where your brow starts and go down your nose. And then the same on the other side. Don't worry, we will blend this out. And then on the ends of your nose. And some people do a little bit in the middle, just depends on your nose shape and your nose. We will then go in to the hollows of our cheeks. And you want to kind of like push in as you go up rather than drag. You don't want to drag your foundation away. And then because I have quite a large forehead going upwards, I will contour here, here and here. And then because I have a great double chin going on, I will contour under my chin. And a little bit more here. And then what I'm going to do is use this now, and I'm going to turn it round so that this bit here is at the end. just so we keep a tapered bit here. And I'm just going to blend through a little bit. I will then go in with a sponge. Can you see how contouring here is taken away from my double chin a bit, so it doesn't look as prominent? And then I'm going to go in with my foundation sponge. I'm just going to wet it slightly with the Younique's Rose Water. I mean, why would you wet your sponge with water when you can wet your sponge with rose water? Great added benefits for the skin. And then we're just going to press inwards as we're blending. And then we're going to blend under the chin. And then I'm going to use the tall end of the blending sponge. And then I'm just going to blend down my nose. And down the other side of my nose. And then I'm going to go in with the powder. Now what the powder is going to do is going to set your contour, and also because it's going to be a slightly different shade to the one you have just used, it's going to give you that more natural sort of shading by blending some shading together. And I'm using the opposite end of the sculpting contour. And again, I'm just literally going over where I've contoured. And you can do this as heavy or as light as you want when you do your contour. I like quite prominent heavy contour. Although sometimes, especially recently, I've been going for more lighter contours when I'm in a rush. And then I'm just literally softening up the edges. And then I'm going to soften up the edges here. I'm not re-wetting this sponge because I do want the sponge to be quite dry now. Normally I would use a separate sponge, which is something I would recommend, having a wet and a dry sponge. But obviously all my sponges are in the wash. And then I'm just softening up all the edges as I go around the face. And that is your contour. Obviously, if you want to sharpen up your contour along here, you can literally go in with a setting powder. I'm using the Beachfront Behold setting powder, and just literally go down the side of your cheek. And literally with this setting powder, there we go, and that will straighten up your lineage of your contour, make it more snatched looking, and will set as well on the side. There we go, so that is the contour. I'm going to show you some brows in today's video as well. Now, there are different types of brows you can do. You can do fluffy brows, you can do quite heavy brows. Today I'm just going to show you something more neutral. So I'm going to be using the Younique's brow powders. So you can choose 2 different shades, lighter and darker, in your palette, or you could have both the same dark shade. There is various shades to choose from. I will pop a link in the bottom of the video for you if you want to go have a look. So I'm going to go in with a brow brush. So I'm going in with the Brow Artist brush from Younique. And I'm literally taking a little bit of the product either side, and then I'm just stamping on my hand a little bit to get rid of any excess. And this is where you will want to go in with a mirror, and literally just going to fill in areas that need filling in. So I'm going really light on the front. And don't worry if you mess it up slightly, because you can always carve your brows out afterwards. I have quite a few sparse areas, which is why I am going in and filling in those areas. And then my tailbone is quite light. I do have blondness in my tailbone, so I will put some dark powder into my tailbone. And then this section here, which needs a lot of packing in, I will just pack that section in with some more product. And then I'm going to go in with a spoolie. 2 seconds. So I'm going in with the Spoolie Brow Artist brush, and then I'm just going to brush all the way through. And can you see that gives you a really nice brow and a very neutral brow. If you wanted to go for heavy brow, you could use our Sculpt and Style pen, which is what I normally use. Oh, wrong product, sorry. Our Sculpt and Style pencil underneath. Then I'm just going to go in with the other side. And don't worry if you're better at one side than you are the other, you can sculpt out your face at the end, sculpt out your brows, sorry, at the end. So these are more neutral, flawless looks that I'm showing you on here. You can also go for heavier looks. I'm going in with the brow spoolie. And then I'm just going to add in into this section here, which needs a bit extra. And that is the brows. I'm just going to clean up where I've got some unwanted product. So I'm literally not going to use too much product at the top of my brows. So I'm going to go in with my cream brush that has had concealer on from yesterday. Yes, I know that's bad, sounds bad, but there'll be a little bit of residue left on the product, and that's literally all I want to clean up the top of my brows. These brushes are what I just use on myself, so I do clean them every 2 to 3 days, which is why I have some residue left on. Should clean them probably after every use, but I do clean my clients' brushes thoroughly after every use, just in case you were thinking I don't clean my brushes on my clients. I sure do. I have separate brushes over there for clients, and then underneath I will go in with some eye primer. So I'm just going to grab some eye primer. This is the Younique Moonstruck eye primer. Obviously, if you're doing an extremely heavy eye look or an extreme eye look, I would probably use the P. Louise. Let's just be honest here. I'm not going to bullshit you on anything, excuse my French. If I'm not going to use a product for something. So as we are doing a more everyday neutral eye, I am just using the fabulous Younique eye primer. This will prime the eye and also clean up the brow as well. And then going to go into the other side. And that is my brows done. So that is everything done for this video, the contour and the brows. Obviously you can create fluffy brows by using a brow balm. I shall just show you. By using brow balms and then going in with a very thin pencil, or you can use our Sculpt and Style with the powder to get a more heavy, blockier or ombre brow, or you can just use the powder to make it more naturally hairy sort of brow, and that is your option and your choice depending on what style of brow you like, or if you like to keep up with the fashion on brows, depends what style of brow you like. So if you like this video, please subscribe and like this video for me. It does mean the world and really helps me get out there more. I also have a Facebook business page, Beauty Within on Facebook. I also have a TikTok, Charlotte Positivity, and I have an Instagram too, Charlotte Windsor. If you want to check those out, I have competitions and all sorts all the time. You can book in for your makeup to be done. I am a makeup artist and I do people's makeup as well. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for supporting me, and I hope these little hints and tips have helped you. Bye.